Hey, how you doing? This is JJ with Deluxe Vehicle Detailing and Paint Correction here in beautiful Seminole, Florida. I was treated to a nice overnight temperature of 72 degrees here on this beautiful August 1st day. And so the garage is nice and comfortable. I've got the lights darkened all but one. And this is a little tip if you really want to look at your paint. It's nice to darken the room and just have one light source that you can use. I have the 5000K on a stand right now, and the 5000K light really brings out a lot of great detail in your paint. It also makes this paint look kind of orangish, although it's a very dark Emola red. And don't be fooled by how terrible this might look to you. As you can see, the holograms and buffer trails. I'm bringing you in right here to show you how to wet sand out some pigtails. You can also use a single point reference light like this Astra 50 SL. I also use lights like this, but for these purposes, I'm just going to show you right now to look just a little bit below the light source right in here as I stream by these two little nano auto Triz pads. And you can see my fingerprint there in the paint, and just left of my fingerprint, and yes, the fingerprint is there for a reason, you can see where, not done by me, but someone in the past of this car not only repainted the hood, but they also used a rotary, more than likely, and put some pigtails. They picked something up. It could have been a DA, and it could have been on the what do I want to say there? I lost my my train. Sorry about that. But anyway, they picked something up, probably a piece of dry compound or something, and it scratched its way, and you should be able to see those. I'm going to bring you in one more time extremely close, and as I go through, you can see where right there it looks like they're coming in pretty good, and they stretch all the way out. Now, there's general holograms and swirl marks and buffer trails like this buffer trail right here. That's from me. That's because I've used microfiber on a rotary with what I'm using today, which is Sonax Cutmax, which has a very high cutting rate. And these will all come out very easily when I switch to a DA. But what I'm doing is I'm getting all the imperfections out. To give you an idea of what this looked like, here's the fender next to it, and you can see all of those just nasty, nasty holograms, swirl marks, rids. This paint has actually always been in very poor condition since I bought the car 2 years ago. And I've just been waiting to get to the point where I'm going to put a ceramic coating on it, which is what I'm in the process of. So, without further ado, I am going to put you on the stand here and then show you my process of wet sanding out pigtails, or really for any other matter, it could be scratches, it could be some random isolated defects, commonly known as rids. So no matter what's in your paint, you can get it out, and microfiber is a great way to do it on a rotary. It's fast, it's efficient, but the most efficient way to take out any kind of imperfections in the paint is to do some light wet sanding. It's actually saving the clear coat best. There's no heat involved, and you can kind of just cut to the point and then buff it out and you're done, instead of, you know, going over and over and over with either rotary, which is your best bet, or if you're using a DA to remove a lot of imperfections out of paint, you're spending way too much time doing that. So you need to pick up the Rotary and get with that. So I'm going to clean this off a bit, and we're going to get to work. I'm going to put these little pads right to the side. You can see I've got the hood propped right here, and I'm going to just kind of mark my area because I am going to wipe this off quick, and so we'll go from there. So I'm going to use a little distilled water and wet this area down. This is a 3M Trizact 3000 grit. There is a little foam interface behind the sandpaper. This foam block, very ergonomic, very nice to work with. You can get in places, it's not too big. And there's also a little foam insert that holds water. I've got this in distilled water right now, but you can come in here and give it a squeeze and kind of clear the sandpaper out. So it's nice, right? So we're going to go over this area that had my pigtails. Finish it out on the edges a little bit more. I will go the opposite way with the same sandpaper as well, just to kind of even things out. Take a not too desirable microfiber. Whoops, just mix my marker, but I don't need it anymore. So I've got just a cheap disposable microfiber towel here just to dry things off, pick up some of that clear coat. Don't want to get that in my real nice microfibers. And as I look down here now, I can see that I have removed those little pigtails with just a very quick sanding. You saw light pressure, not too much, kind of feathered it out on the edges a bit. And then I do, right in that specific area, I will make a light cross cut just to kind of balance it all out. I have prepped this Meguiar's microfiber cutting pad. I've got a little bit of the Cutmax Sonax as well. Spread that out. Safety glasses. And normally while I am especially cutting and compounding, I will use my Fight Tech filtered breathing mask. It does have the expulsion abilities there too. So anyway, rub that out some. I'm going to go on speed 1 to start. Pick it up a little bit. Fairly light pressure. About 3-4 passes is all you need. Here's the Rust-Oleum paint prep, body solvent, whatever you care to call it. Take a look. So where I had the pigtails is smoothed out. Actually on the edges I've still got a little bit of sanding mark. I can come back in just on that end there I think on the edges and the ends needs just a little more. Pick it up a notch. Go to a clean side of the microfiber. Again, when you use microfiber with a rotary, you are going to have some buffer trails. You are going to have some, you know, what I call a hologram. But it's nothing to worry about. It's going to come out just fine. Let me take you back in. Okay. So I'll give you a reference point. Right about there was where that is. I know I've got more lights on here, so let me just try and bring you in, and those pigtails are completely gone, sanding marks gone, and now there just needs to be the refinement process. So anyway, pretty simple, easy process. The rotary takes some experience. I have been using a rotary since my dad handed me a big DeWalt when I was about 15 years old. Told me to work on my mom's car, get good with it, and then keep his business cars perfect with no swirl marks or hazing. And I can do that. But in this process, I'm just cutting and then I'm refining. I'm not worried about such things as this. I just want to make sure that the paint is defect free, as I'm going to clear that, I'm going to coat it, and so it's going to be there for a long time. Anyway, this hood, I know I'm a little splattered up on here, but when I showed you this, fender area, it's just absolutely horrendous. And this paint now is just smooth and defect free. So thanks. If you have any comments or questions, be sure and put some down below. Also, ring that bell, get notifications when more come out, and give me a thumbs up. Always appreciate it. Till next time, enjoy making your cars beautiful. Thank you.